Hello students, today we'll study the second lesson of environmental studies. So the name of the lesson is Honey Sweet Honey. In this lesson you all will learn the behavior of animals and also learn the process of collecting honey and its uses. So let's start the lesson. Children were standing in a corner in the village fair eating some sweet meat. A few pieces of sweet meat fell on the ground. Soon a few ants gathered around the pieces of sweet meat to eat. So here some children had been to a fair in the village and they were eating some sweet. So while eating that sweet, some pieces of sweet fell on the ground. So soon a few ants gathered around the sweet to eat it. Then Fatima, "Look here, Radha, how many ants have gathered around the pieces of sweet meat?" So here Fatima, one among those children, tells Radha to look how many ants have gathered the piece of sweet meat. So you all can see this picture. In this picture, this is the sweet meat and the ants have gathered around it. Now let's see what Radha says. Radha: "Yes, Fatima, see how unitedly they are carrying their food." Here unitedly means together. So students, have you all observed in your house ants going in the same direction in a line, carrying their food? So ants always be together while carrying their food. Okay. Tejas: "Oh, look there, how lovely the kittens are." Here Tejas is friend of Radha and Fatima. He tells them to look at the lovely kittens. Then Fatima says, "Oh, how white they are. The cat is licking the kitten with love." So you all can see in this picture, the color of the cat is white. And the cat is licking the kitten. What is a kitten? The kitten is cat's baby. Okay, so the cat is licking the kitten with love. Then Radha says, "Animals also live together like human beings, don't they?" So students, how we live with our family, in the same way animals also live with their family. Okay. Tejas: "Yes, my father told me that most of the animals live together. Once when I had been to Nagarhole forest, I saw a herd of deer and elephants also in groups. I saw a tiger also, but it was all alone." So here Tejas is telling that his father also had told him that most of the animals live together. And once when he had been to Nagarhole forest, so children, where is Nagarhole forest? Do you all know? Okay, Nagarhole forest is in Mysore. There you all can see different wild animals. Okay. So when Tejas had been to Nagarhole forest, he saw a herd of deer and elephants. Herd, so what is herd? Herd means group. So Tejas saw herd of deer and elephants also in groups. So you all can see in this picture a group of deer and a group of elephants. So Tejas saw in the Nagarhole forest a herd of deer and elephants. He also saw a tiger, which was all alone. Fatima, look at the dogs fighting for piece of bread. So here Fatima is telling her friends to look at the dogs fighting for a piece of bread. Radha, look at the sky, the birds are flying together. Here Radha is telling her friends to look up at the sky where the birds are flying together. Then Tejas, yes Radha, look at the tree, the monkey is sitting on a branch. Now here Tejas is telling Radha to look at the tree where the monkey is sitting on a branch. So you all can see in this picture, the monkey is sitting on a branch of the tree. So this is the branch of the tree. Fatima, the baby monkey is holding on the belly of its mother. Fatima is telling that the baby monkey, you all can see the baby monkey here. Students, the baby monkey is holding the belly of its mother. So what does belly mean? Belly means stomach. So here the baby monkey is holding its mother's belly. Okay. Next, Radha. Oh, what if the baby monkey falls down? Here Radha is asking her friends, what if the baby monkey falls down? Tejas, no, the baby monkey is holding its mother very firmly. Firmly means tightly. Okay. So Tejas is saying that no, the baby monkey will not fall down because it is holding its mother very tightly. You can see here the baby monkey is holding its mother very tightly. So it can't fall. Radha, look there Tejas, the hen is teaching its chicks how to search for food. So students, what does chicks mean? Chicks means the baby of hen. Okay, chicks means the babies of hen. So here Radha is telling Tejas to look how the hen is teaching its chicks to search for food. So you all can see in this picture, the hen is teaching its babies means chicks, how to search the food on the ground. Okay. Observe the behavior of animals around you as these children have done. So students, even you observe the behavior of animals around your house, just like how Fatima, Tejas and Radha have observed. Even you observe the behavior of animals. Fatima, look at the honeybee sucking nectar from a flower. So students, what does nectar mean? Nectar means the juice got from the flower. So Fatima is telling her friends to look at the honeybee. So students, you all can see this picture. Here the honeybee is sucking the nectar from a flower. Nectar means juice got from this flower. So the honeybee is sucking the juice. That is the nectar. Let us talk to the honeybee. So here Radha is calling her friends to talk to the honeybee. Tejas, honeybee, honeybee, where is your hive? So here Tejas is asking the honeybee, where is its hive? Hive means, do you all know what is hive? Students, hive means the place where honeybee lives. The house of the honeybee is called hive. Honeybee, look there. My hive is in that tree. So look at this picture. So the honeybee is telling that its hive is in this tree. So you can see the hive. This is the place where honeybee lives. Okay. Tejas, we see only the bees there. Tejas, we see only the bees there. Honeybee, that is my family. So the honeybee is telling Tejas that all these bees are its family. Fatima, what? You have such a big family? Here Fatima is asking the honeybee that whether it has such a big family. Then honeybee says, yes, there are thousands of bees in a family. There is one queen bee and the rest are worker bees. The worker bees do works such as building the hive, collecting food, looking after the queen bee, etc. The work of the queen bee is only laying eggs. So here the honeybee is telling Fatima that there are thousands of bees in a family. So you can see here in this hive there are thousands of bees and it is the family of the honeybee. So the honeybee is telling Fatima that there are thousands of bees in a family and one among it is queen bee and the rest are worker bees. So what does the worker bees do? The worker bees do works such as building the hive. Hive means the house of the honeybee. So the worker bees do works such as building the hive, collecting food, looking after the queen bee, etc. And what does the queen bee do, students? The queen bee only lays eggs. Okay. Radha, oh, Tejas, your hive looks very beautiful. So here Tejas is telling the honeybee that its hive looks very beautiful. Called wax. We build the hive with the wax. We build it on the branches and in hollows of trees, terrace of big buildings, etc. So here the honeybee is telling Tejas, Radha and Fatima that the honeybees produce a sticky material which is called wax. And they build the hive with the help of wax. The honeybees build the hive with the wax. And where do the honeybees build the hive? So here the honeybee is telling that it builds the hive on the branches of the tree. That is, you can see in the picture. Here the honeybee has built the hive on the branch of the tree. And it builds also in the hollows of trees. Hollows of trees means the hole in the branch of the tree. So the honeybees also build the hive in the hollows of the trees and on the terrace of big buildings. So students, have you all seen honeybee hive on the terrace of the big buildings? Fatima, your food is the nectar of the flowers, isn't it? Honeybee, yes. We store the nectar in the hive and eat it when we need food. It is the honey. Here Fatima is asking the honeybee that whether the nectar of the flowers is its food. Then the honeybee replies to Fatima, yes. We store the nectar in the hive. So the honeybee stores the nectar from the flower in the hive and eat it when they need the food. So the nectar which is stored in the hive is called the honey. Tejas, I too like honey. My grandmother told me that it has medicinal qualities. So here Tejas is telling that he likes honey and his grandmother has told him that honey has many medicinal qualities. Means honey is used as medicine. Honeybee. True. Do you know that all the honey you eat is not pure? People mix jaggery or sugar syrup to honey and sell it. So here the honeybee is asking Fatima, Radha and Tejas that do you all know that all the honey you eat is not pure? Some people mix jaggery or sugar syrup to honey and sell it. Fatima, then how do we find out whether the honey is pure or not? Honeybee, do this. So here Fatima is asking honeybee how to find out whether the honey is pure or not. Then the honeybee is telling to do this. So let's see what procedure the honeybee tells us. Take a glass tumbler, put some water in it, add 2 or 3 drops of honey into the water. If it mixes with water before it settles down, it is not pure honey. If it settles down and mixes with water very slowly, then it is pure honey. So students, if the honey settles down in the glass and mixes with the water very slowly, then it is pure honey. Okay, so you all can try this at home. Now do you know which is pure honey? Tejas. Oh. Honeybee. Oh, it's getting late. I have to collect the nectar. I have to leave you children. Here the honeybee is telling that it's getting late and it has to go to collect the nectar from the flowers. So it has to leave the children now. Radha. Alright honeybee, let us meet again. Fatima. Do you know I have seen small bees? They build a hive in the space between the stones. So here Fatima is telling her friends that she has seen small bees and they have built a hive in the space between the stones. Students, look at this picture. You all can see different size of bees and different types of hives. Tejas. I have seen the rearing of bees and collection of honey near Nagarhole forest. Here Tejas is telling that he has seen how the honeybees are taken care of and also the collection of honey near Nagarhole forest. Fatima. Wooden honey boxes are kept in gardens. People get the honey collected in it. So in the Nagarhole forest or in the garden, the boxes are kept like this. You all can see in this picture, and the honey gets collected in these boxes. And the people get honey collected from these boxes. Tejas. Yes, I have seen such boxes in my uncle's garden. Here Tejas is telling that even he has seen such boxes, like you can see in this picture, kept in Tejas' uncle's garden. Radha. A lot of honey is used at home. I like honey very much. So Radha is telling that honey is used at home a lot and she likes honey very much. Tejas and Fatima. We like it too. Even Tejas and Fatima likes honey very much. Radha. My grandfather tells me that there are other products from the hive. So here Radha is telling that her grandfather has told her that there are other products also got from hive. Do you use honey at home? For what purpose do you use it? Students, you'll have to write here the various purpose in which you'll use honey at home. So you'll have to fill this for homework. Students, sing and enjoy this song for homework. I'll read it for you. Bees are going in big swarms from flower to flower, here and there, collecting nectar, oh so sweet, and then they return to their combs. Bees, big and small, how good they look in varieties though, producing lots of wax and honey, only for us, not themselves. Preserve the bees who produce honey. Bees are our dear friends. They provide honey for our health. Its use is unlimited. Which are the other things available to you from the hive? Look at the picture and understand. Students, look at this picture. This is the hive. And the other things available to you from the hive are honey, ink, powder, ointment, paint and candle. So all these things are available to you from the hive. You get these things through this hive. Do you know this? This is some extra information given to you related to this lesson. Okay, students? So let's read. A honeybee collects nectar from 50 to 100 flowers in one round. So in one round, the honeybee collects nectar from 50 to 100 flowers. Second, the only food that man eats produced by the insect is honey. Third, as the ants and white ants burrow the ground and allow the air to pass into the soil, the plants grow luxuriantly. Here, the ants and white ants dug holes under the ground, and this allows the air to pass into the soil and the plants grow very nicely. Okay. Fourth, hives, nests, anthills, terminaria and spiders' web, etc. are the wonderful constructions of the animal kingdom. So hives is the place where honeybee lives, the house of the honeybee. Nests are built by birds. Anthills are built by ants. Termitaria is the place where termite insects live, and spider's web is built by spiders, etc. are the wonderful constructions of the animal kingdom. Are the wonderful constructions of animals, insects, etc. Fifth point, the ant which carries leaf on its back to protect itself from the sunlight is called umbrella ant. Bracket Sauba ant.